Hey guys, welcome back to brightnighttech. My name is Berto and today we are doing part 2 of my 3D printed Batman Dark Knight Cowl. Last time we did the print, we did the wood filler, sanded that down, did some filler primer, and today we're going to do a little bit of the same and then finally paint and get it all done. So enough talk, let's get right into it. Alright, before we get to the helmet, I wanted to show you the stand I was working on. I had it printed in 2 parts like I showed you. I glued it together. Now I'm just filling it with wood filler to fill in that seam, and we'll work on that a little bit later. So let's get to the helmet. Alright, so this is what it looks like after we did the filler primer. I'm going to sand it, and we're going to do several layers of sanding, wood filler, filler primer over and over again. So as to not bore you, let's just do a montage. So you don't have to listen to me describing it. Alright, let me jump in here. So I spray painted it all black. Now, once it dried, you could actually still see a ton of scuff marks, and I was not happy with it. So I started over. I went ahead and did another layer of filler primer like you see here, and you can see it's actually looking way better. Got rid of a lot of those scuff marks. So now at this point, I'm going to sand it, and we're going to try to smooth it out. We're going to try again and paint it black, and hopefully it will look a lot better. Okay, here it is, looking nice and smooth. You can still see a few little divots. I'm going to work on this off camera, and then we are going to give it that last spray. Alright, here we go. Last spray of black, and now let's take a look at what it looks like completed. And there you have it. I'm actually super happy with the way it came out. I definitely could have made it a little bit more smooth if I did a few more rounds of the wood filler and filler primer, but you know what? I get impatient and I still think it looks great, so I'm not mad at it. I have noticed that when I put my projects up on these 3D printing groups on Facebook, people tend to come after me for using wood filler. Some people get kind of mad about it, honestly. They said, you know, you should use Bondo, don't use that. And you know what? Everybody has different methods. I didn't come up with the wood filler one. When I first started doing this hobby, I did a lot of research and I found a lot of people that use wood filler, and it was cheap and I started using it. I got the results that I wanted and I like it. It works for me, and you don't have to abide by anybody else's rules. I do want to use Bondo at some point, but you know what? It has chemical smell, it's a little more expensive, and wood filler just works for me. But there's nothing wrong with using either or. Just a little food for thought, especially if you're starting out and you want to share your work with others and those type of groups, and they kind of come after you for something like that. You know what? Don't worry about it. You're learning, you're doing your own thing. You found your method that works for you, and if you're happy with your project, absolutely great. you know, nobody should make you feel bad about it. But let me know if you have done this file as well. I'm curious to see. Colonius, that does this file, also does a version that has multiple pieces if you have a smaller printer like an Ender 3 Pro, that you could put together into one whole helmet, kind of like I did with my Dr. Fate one, which you could check out that video. But because I got my CR10, I was able to print it all out in one piece and did not have to deal with that. So pretty happy with that. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications, and we will see you next time.